Now that it looks like I'm blending into my chair, didn't think this through right. Hold on a minute. Let me get us a little more light in here, because we got, oh no. This is literally a metaphor for my day right now. At least one light works. I don't know what the heck is wrong with that stupid lamp, but we make it work. So, today has been a royal disaster. And I'm laughing because it's almost over. The disaster, not the day. I still have more in the day, and I'm okay with that because I'd like to redeem it. So, I'm going to try not to cry because honestly, it's been that type of day. Started the day out fine. Was on time to my first house this morning. Was listening to a new podcast called We Love Lucy about I Love Lucy, hosted by 3 women, which is just fun. I love it. I'm enjoying it a lot. That was all fine. Didn't think anything of the slight lowness in the tire on the back right side of my car, because I was like, you know what? My tires constantly have a slow leak. All of them. It's ridiculous. It's terrible. But it's a real thing, and I have to pump them up all the time. But it's never been a problem because I can just pump it up and then it's fine. But this time it was not fine. I left my morning house, pulled out of the circle that I was parked in, and immediately knew that the tire was flat. Like, flat. Driving on the rim, flat. And that hasn't happened before. I've only just had it be really low, and then I've pumped it up and it's been fine. Definitely just need a new tire based on how fast it went down. Because it was fine on the way, and then 3 hours later, literally 3 hours later, it's flat. Not good. So, was parked on the side of the road on a rather busy street for a long time, like half an hour to 45 minutes, talking to the office about things that we could do to make sure that I could get to my afternoon house, that we could get the car somewhere, because I was stranded at this point. Also talking to my dad multiple times, trying to figure out things, and texting people, and then came to the conclusion that we were going to have to change the tire, put on the spare, so that I could at least drive it to my afternoon house, and then take care of it later, not worry about it while I'm cleaning the afternoon house. And my afternoon house had to come after I checked in at the office because it's Thursday, and that's when we pick up our pay stubs and stuff. And I actually had things I needed to get before I could go to the second house. It mattered that I went to the office first, which was like a 13-14 minute drive away from where I was stranded. I looked ahead from where I was parked on the side of the road, and the church that I used to go to before I started at Renew, which is where I am right now. It's where Julia's family has gone for several years. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to change the tire in that parking lot. I called Julia. She was going to come over and help me because she doesn't work today. Everything was going to be fine. Julia gets over there. We try to change the tire. It's stuck. Which is a thing I shouldn't have been surprised by because it's happened before. My dad has had trouble getting my tires off every time. It sucks. So I was then at the point where I really did need to go to the office and get the stuff and get the cleaning done if I wanted to be done at a decent time before we were supposed to be done for the day anyway. So Julia takes me to the office, and I take a company car, which I am so grateful for. I've talked about this before when I've had to take one before, but thank God I have a company that I work for that provides company cars for people who have car problems. Obviously can't drive it all the time, but it was there in a pinch. And so I was able to drive to my afternoon house. My car is still sitting in the church parking lot at this point. And then after I'm done with my afternoon house, I have, during that time, been texting my uncle who lives in town asking for help getting the tire off, because ultimately the stupid thing was that if the tire hadn't been stuck, we could have changed the tire. It would have been fine. But the tire was stuck, and neither of us were strong enough to get it off, nor did we have any extra tools besides the jack and the iron to get the tire moving. Tried kicking it, didn't work. So we were going to have to use stronger things and a stronger person. And so I drove back to the office, dropped off the car, left my stuff at the office, which was super sweet of them to have me do. I'm just going to pick it up in the morning, which is nice. And then Natalie picked me up. We drove over there. My uncle met us there. He changed the tire. I barely did anything. I felt bad about that, but I know that that's just how it's going to be. So it happened. It was okay. And now, as of like 45 minutes ago, I have scheduled an appointment with CarX tomorrow morning before work to have it changed. And hopefully that will be the last terrible part of the story. Today has sucked. And I'm going to end it by walking across the street to Village Inn and meeting Natalie, who is also starting to have car problems, and we're just going to hang out and chill. Tomorrow's Friday, and it'll be okay. And this is the longest video I have just sat and talked with no edits in a while. But there were things to say. So, maybe a few people will click on this one and make it worth my while, because my arms hurt from holding this. But I need to go check on my laundry pretty soon. It's been a day. Didn't get home till after 5, and that never happens. But today did.